So Sachs, what are you doing to monitor your employees covertly and keep them productive?
We don't need to monitor our employees that way because we're a small team and they're highly motivated, but look, it is an issue. I think where work from home is beneficial is on the hiring side, right? It's so much easier to hire for a job when your potential pool is anyone in the world. You're not just geographically limited to the city in which your office is. So that was the temptation for all these companies to go remote, is it made hiring so much easier. But there's no question that it makes management much harder and scaling the company much harder and building culture much harder. And so there's some real trade-offs there. I don't think companies have totally wrapped their heads around it. But look, in addition to productivity, there's one other aspect of this economy that I think is really broken. So the Chamber of Commerce says that 3.25 million fewer Americans are working today than they were in February of 2020. So basically, if you go back to the month before COVID, we had over 3 million more Americans in jobs than we do today. And yet the unemployment rate is still in the 3% range. And the reason is because that if somebody drops out of the labor force and isn't looking for work, they don't get counted in the unemployment rate. So we do have, if you define unemployment as a large number of people who aren't working, we have a huge unemployment problem. But the problem is they're not counted because they're supposedly not looking for work. So I don't think this economy is that healthy. And I think that there's a lot of distortions that have been created by government over the last couple of years.
The job data is suspect, is what you're saying, right? Like labor participation is down.
All this data, the data is suspect. The labels are suspect. I mean, like we talked about, all of a sudden we can't know what a recession is.